Our sacred human responsibility. The nature of life on Earth and the search for life elsewhere are two sides of the same question, states Carl Sagan, the search for who we are. It's easy to appreciate that the biological intelligence orchestrating the 100 billion neurons in our brains right now is inseparable from the quantum intelligence that unifies every wave and particle of the cosmos. It is extremely difficult, however, to embrace that reality as ultimately beautiful. It is, as it is, phenomenal existence. We are all finite organic systems, unique and conscious of ourselves, while configured within this infinitely mysterious coherence. This vastness is sacred and is also terrifying in its limitlessness. From this perspective, beauty is no longer continuous with a sense of enchantment. In other words, the big picture does not guarantee wonder. This is because this quantum intelligence has also to account for the devastating ugliness of war, genocide, ecocide, and basic human stupidity. Chris Hedges states, "War perverts and destroys you. It pushes you closer and closer to your own annihilation, spiritual, emotional, and finally physical. It destroys the continuity of life, tearing apart all systems, economic, social, environmental, and political, that sustain us as human beings. War is necrophilia. The essence of war is death. War is a state of almost pure sin with its goal of hatred and destruction. It is organized sadism. War fosters alienation and leads inevitably to nihilism. It is a turning away from the sanctity of life." Adin Ballou writes in The Non-Resistant in 1845, "How many does it take to metamorphosize wickedness into righteousness? One man must not kill. If he does, it is a murder. But a state or nation may kill as many as they please, and it is not murder at all. It is just necessary, commendable, and right. Only get enough people to agree to it, and the butchery of myriads of human beings is perfectly innocent. But how many does it take?" Charles Darwin offers a perspective on our species that reminds us not to demonize the darkness or the ignorance, but to recognize that we are in this together, both as perpetrator as well as redeemer. Man and woman, with all their noble qualities, with sympathy, which feels for the most debased, with benevolence, which extends not only to other men and women, but to the humblest living creatures, with his God-like intellect, which has penetrated into the movements and constitution of the solar system. With all these exalted powers, man and woman still bears in their bodily frame the indelible stamp of their lowly origin. Carl Jung reminds us, in studying the history of the human mind, one is impressed again and again by the fact that the growth of the mind is the widening of the range of consciousness, and that each step forward has been a most painful and laborious achievement. Clearly, if we are to sustain life on our planet and progress as a species, we must discover the deepest structures governing this terrifying and beautiful existence, which is so strangely flawed and so gorgeous too. This requires a daring exploration of who we are, integrating our collective insights in order to evolve the most intelligent relationship with as many dimensions of reality as possible, both internal to and beyond us, as we peacefully explore the cosmos. We have to do the best that we can, Albert Einstein encourages us. This is our sacred human responsibility.